Hello everyone, my name is Mark. Welcome back to another episode of The Balcony Gardener. Today, we're going to be talking about my top 5 favorite Calatheas. But we have a special guest, Miss Whitney over here. She's going to make sure that I say the right things, and she probably has her own favorites too. So let's start. But before that, one of the reasons why I was actually drawn into becoming a plant enthusiast and really got into gardening and being serious with collecting my own plants is because of the Calatheas. These plants are the most beautiful, gorgeous, strikingly unique, and the patterns are undeniably just beautiful. And they are one of the reasons why I really got serious into collecting them. And as you can see in my plant corner here, probably they are predominantly the Calatheas. And today we're going to be talking about my top 5. I have a separate video on on taking care of your Calatheas, your care guides on Calatheas, and you might want to check that out too. But today I'm going to talk about my top 5 Calatheas. So we're going to start off with number 5, and that is the Calathea Zebrina over here. So some 6 months ago when I got this, it was really small. And mind this is just the plant baby, because I have the plant parent over there. I've already propagated it. So I have the plant parent. I don't know if you can see it over here. This is the plant parent, and I have propagated it like 2 months ago. And this is the plant baby, and it's doing so well. And why do I like it? Why is it on my top list? Because it has that very beautiful pattern, which is kind of velvety and in texture. And the green is not, the green is just so vivid, and the patterns are just so perfect. Like there's a pattern of deep green and light green, and then actually you don't see it, but there are lines in between that are just so stunning. So that's my top 5. And I've been I was at the Gardens by the Bay in the cloud forest, and apparently this guys actually grow up to a meter tall. And I don't want it to grow that tall, but they do grow that tall. So I'm hoping that mine wouldn't, because I want to keep them small, but eventually they'll grow up to that height. They're easy to take care of. I don't have any problems with any bugs or aphids or anything like that, so pests. So it's quite easy to take care of, and that is why it's on my top 5. Okay, so we're just gonna put it back where it was. And also, it actually really do blend well with my other plants, so that's where I put it at. Okay, so moving on, my number 4 favorite Calathea is the give me a second, I have it on my list here, but I forgot exactly what it is. Okay, my number 4 is, oh my goodness, okay, it's right in front of me. It's this guy over here. It's the Machiana. So the Machiana, I can't lift it up because it's quite, it's a heavy pot now. It's a much bigger pot. I had it like really tiny, like this little, probably 8 months ago. So small, and look at it, how big it is now. Like, it's my size. It's so big, and it grew so well. The Machiana, or the peacock plant, probably has the most beautiful, foliage, and every single leaf has the same pattern, it's identical, and it's got this really skinny leaf, and at the back of it, it's got this maroonish, pinkish kind of color, and which is a contrast of what it is in the front. I'll show you a photograph or a video, but the pattern is just a contrast. You've got a green here and a pink maroon at the back, which is just stunningly beautiful. And the Machiana, you can easily propagate it by division of the rhizomes, and this is my plant parent over here, and this is a plant baby, and so it's really done so well. This is the easiest out of all my Calathea to take care of, and it really delivers. It's so beautiful. Yes, Whitney is agreeing with me. It's so beautiful, and this is one of the Calathea that I cannot not have. When I started collecting, probably this is my first Calathea, because it's on top of my list when I started collecting. So that's my number 4. I wish that I could lift it up and carry it towards the camera, but it's too heavy. Okay, so my number 3 top favorite is the Stromantestar. Stromantestar. So, okay. This guy is not exactly a Calathea, but it belongs to the same family group, which is a Marantaceae, and probably a cousin of the Calathea. But the reason why it's on my top 3 is because of its variegated leaves, and it's got this really very subtle pink on its variegation, and every single leaf is actually different from the other. So you've got one that has got this overly variegated feature, and this one that is like, you know, mildly variegated without even the pink. So every single one of them is different. But then the downside of this Triostar is that it's really hard to take care of. It's quite a diva on amongst all of my plants. It's a slow grower. I always have a problem with the browning, and up to this date, I've had it since like probably 5 months ago. Up until now, I still have the same problems, even if I have done everything by the book. So I'm still trying to figure out what its problem is, but according to my research, they require you to give them distilled water, which I actually do, and I don't know, it's still on not at its best state, but even with, you know, with its browns and some problems, it's still in my top 3, and I recommend everyone to get themselves a Triostar. Okay, that's my top 3. Okay, my top 2 now is, and I think that everyone should have this, I'm just gonna get it from my corner over here, is the, okay, my top 2 is the Orifolia. This was a little baby when I had this, and the reason why I absolutely adore this is because of the pattern. It's not overly striking, it's not too much, it's actually just very minimal and subtle, and the texture and the color of it is just very soothing to the eye, and that is why I like it. And also it looks very fragile, but actually it's really easy to grow, and like what I said, I've had this when it was so tiny, but now it's grown into this, like, it's really made a full improvement from when I bought it. I'm gonna give you a close-up of it, but this is my number 2, and I hope that it grows bigger in a few months or weeks. So that's my number 2. I'm just gonna put it here, and now we've come to my number 1, and that is, okay, I need to, okay, let me just check if the video is running. Okay, it's still running. So my number 1 is my Maranta over here, and it's on top. It's on top of my, it's on the pedestal because it's my favorite, and I absolutely adore this beautiful thing. And you know, I think Whitney is agreeing, and so okay, just forget about this peacock feathers. Maybe that's why she's actually bothered about. But the Maranta Maranta Lucanora, I don't know if it's right, but yeah, it's got the most beautiful pattern. Again, this is not a Calathea, but it's also a cousin of the Calathea, which belongs to the Marantaceae family, and the pattern is even more sophisticated than the Calathea. It's probably one of the royals of the Marantaceae family, because aside from its striking patterns, it also has some details that are quite, you know, that makes it even more special, and that is why I love it so much. It grows so well in my balcony here, and also ever since I got this, it never stopped flowering for some reason. It's got this tiny pinkish flower that I love so much everywhere, and it's grown by 80% of its original size from when I got it. So if you're collecting your Calatheas, Marantaceae plants over there, you have to definitely get this. This is like on top of my list, and you'll understand why when you get one for yourself. And yeah, so I think that's it for my top 5 Calathea favorites. And I have other favorites too, which is that we didn't make it to my top 5, like this one over here. I don't know, I forgot the name, I'm not very sure, but the rattlesnake is also my favorite. This is the rattlesnake. It's growing so well. I'm gonna show you a closer video later. I'm gonna take a photograph with it, but it's growing so beautifully here. That's also my favorite, probably my top 6, and you definitely should have it. But I think, yeah, that's it for me now. I have a class at 5 p.m. and it's 4:30. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope to see you again next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!